Peace, y'all. This is Chris Nelson. Today is June the 29th, 2025. And today was a wonderful day and crazy day and hot day. And what else? A very productive day, too. Yeah. And all this week was also very productive, trying, somber, happy, but just all in one. All in one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, wanted to really talk to y'all about something, I'm staying home, just chilling right now, and just relaxing, listening to some music and stuff like that, and going over some things, just relaxing right now. Listen to some Stevie, that's my guy right there, that's one of my favorite artists right there, Stevie Wonder, and listen to Chris Nelson. My own music, obviously, and listen to Michael Jackson, all the great artists, all the great people. Listening to Marvin Gaye earlier today. Going from playing at a church service in the morning time to going home. So, but yeah, excuse me. This is reflections of certain things that happened that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't normally really talk about this and the third, unless it's on my heart to say something, that's really important to say. Like this past week has been a trying lesson week for me. Excuse me. It's also been a rewarding week too, as well, at the same time. A lot has been happening that I've seen, and it started last Saturday. This past Saturday, one of my friends, one of my neighborhood brothers, mother made transition, and she made transition last month in May. And at the same token, earlier this month, two people that I know made transition on the same day, on Father's Day. I'm not saying no names because I don't want to really put their business out there like that. Just so, I don't do that. All right. That's family, you know what I'm saying? So, but I wanted to say this. Two people I know personally made transition on Father's Day. And one, well, actually both of them lived in Philadelphia. One lived in North Philly, the other one lived in Southwest, borderline Southwest, and West Philly. And who else? One of my older brothers in music, from the choir, a neighborhood brother, who I consider my neighborhood brother, especially my choir music brother. He also made transition. He lived in New York, but he's from Morton, PA. All four of them at some point came through Morton, PA, or lived in Morton, PA at some point. And they made transition back to back to back. Two made transition on the same day, on Father's Day, and the other made their transition, his transition I think probably on Father's Day, or probably after Father's Day, or probably before Father's Day. But I know it was in this month. And the other, like I said, my neighborhood big brother, his mom made transition. She was like a mom to me, and she made transition last month. And during the course of the whole situation, from last Saturday on the 21st of June, during Juneteenth week, I was asked to sing and play at my neighborhood mother's funeral. Well, okay, I don't like saying the words funeral, but my neighborhood mother's memorial service. And so it started from last Saturday, and this is the lesson I'm trying to tell you I'm getting into. It started last Saturday, that I was asked by my big brother to sing and play, and also play the whole service. I actually offered to play the service with no charge. You know, it's family, and you know, I decided to not really go that route when people are close to me that I love and care about. So, you know, so I asked them to play, if I can just play, you know, if you need me to play the service, I got you, no worries about that. And he asked me personally to sing 2 songs. I did His Eyes on the Sparrow. I also did Sovereign. And I was nervous. I was really nervous because, yeah, I'm a professional musician. I'm a professional vocalist and stuff like that. And you know, you're dealing with all kind of demons, dealing with all kind of energies, dealing with all kind of people, everyday life. You know what I'm saying, I take public transportation a lot, so I don't have no car, so I take public transportation. So I gotta travel here and there and get to this place, get to that place all the time. Get to work, or go to a gig, or go to a show, you know, go to anywhere, or go see family, friends, you know what I'm saying, or going outside, running errands, do what I do, you know, minding my business, you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, so I'm preparing for the memorial service for my neighborhood mother, and a lot of emotions that was happening at the same time, and I was dealing with a lot of different things, different people, different energies, different young people that was acting stupid, just different things happening at the same time. And going through that, you know, the Most High was really showing me how things really are. I knew how things are, but the Most High told me to pay attention and to listen. You know, I used to listen to my music on my phone as I really, you know, go where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? But I had to really stop that and really pay attention, because nowadays people just don't care, and that's the truth. Not all people, but a lot of people, especially you young people, do not care. You know what I'm saying? And I value my life as well as I value other people's lives as well. You know what I mean? So back to the story. I did Sovereign. I did His Eyes on the Sparrow. And before I got there, you know, I prayed and meditated and prayed and manifested things like that, and you know, and just really just going through a lot, you know, trying to, you know, internally trying to get myself together spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, because I work with people who have special needs. I work with adults now, only adults now, with special needs. My time period with working with children has been expired since 2022. So, and I'm thinking about going back to working with children, maybe if I start my own program, you know what I mean? But right now I'm just focused on adults, because a lot a lot of these adults got a lot of problems, issues, and I have similar issues I went through too, like anybody else. So um, I also have the Most High, the Creator, and spiritual guidance I can share that helped me out along the way, and pass the wisdom on to people that may need it the most. So as I was prepping for the memorial service on Saturday, on the 21st of June, 2025, I was working, like constantly working and every day, and it was a busy week, so I had to really focus on that, and I didn't really have time to really practice vocally wise, or I'm always playing, so I play at two different churches now. I play one church I play in media, and another church I play in Cheney University, and just playing, and I'm the musical director for both churches. I'm saying for right now, for the time being, and it's a blessing. So all these different things is happening. I mean, all these different blessings, all these different ideas, all these different opportunities coming my way, musically wise, and also regular job. It's been a whirlwind of things, and also prepping for Morton Summer Jam 2025. So a whole lot of things is happening at the same time, doing other things that's happening behind the scenes, So, and I had to pray. I had to meditate and pray. And and that's what I did, meditate and pray. And when I did that, I just did my thing. I got up in the morning time that Saturday, and way early in the morning, and went to the memorial service. I got a ride with my neighborhood sister and the big sister, and we went to the memorial service. And it was a hot day. It was nice. It was beautiful, and so I did my thing. I played the whole service, and went to repast. Do all that kind of stuff with family and friends you haven't seen, in such a long time. So that's what I did. But it didn't stop there, This past Wednesday, I was asked to sing at my friend that, my neighborhood big brother, who sung the choir with me at First Baptist Church of Morton. He made transition in New York, and his Celebration of Life service was this past Wednesday in media, and the next day, my teacher, a choir teacher, my longtime choir teacher and mother in music, Ms. Robin Francis, asked me to sing his solo. It's called Use Me, Lord. And I knew the chorus, but I didn't know the whole song. And I used to watch him in church when I was younger, and as a little boy. I used to watch him sing that song all the time, and he would sing it effortlessly. I mean, effortlessly, he would sing this song. And it just inspired me to sing. I used to go up to him, and say, yo, my man, how you sing like that? And because then at First Baptist Church of Morton, we had singers, man. We had singers, and not just in my family. You know what I'm saying? I recognized that growing up. I'm saying along the way, that my family is also just as talented as anybody else in Morton. Morton, PA. To pause right there. Morton, PA. We have a lot of talented people that came through Morton, PA. I mean, that lived there, that grew up there, like myself. People who was born in Morton but raised. People who was born in Philly or born somewhere else but raised in Morton, like myself. I was born in Philadelphia, but I was raised in Morton, PA, and that's why I'm so passionate about my town. I'm passionate about Philadelphia too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my roots started in Philly in terms of being born in Philly, but raised in Morton, PA is something that I really cherish, and my childhood was ups and downs, just like everybody else. I was picked on But I also had to learn how to fight too. So yeah, it's just a whole lot I went through in my life. I'm saying, like everybody else, So, you know, I made it through. I made it through on the other side. I'm saying, and so growing up with watching him, this young brother, who's much older than me. He went to the same school as my sister did, my biological sister did, and they sung the same choir together. She graduated, I think, 2 years afterwards. This young man, this brother who made transition, and he graduated in 1987. So, fast forward to this past Wednesday, on June 25th, ironically, Michael Jackson's exit day of him becoming an ancestor, 16 years, 2025. I sung at the Celebration of Life service for him, and then it was that Monday night, this past Monday, this past Monday of this week, on the 24th, I believe, no, 23rd, I went to Fairview Baptist Church, and we had a rehearsal. We had one rehearsal. Miss Robin wasn't playing around. When she gathers us up, when she wants us to be somewhere, we're there for her, to support her. And it's not all the time that we get gather all the time like that, but you know, I learned my former training in the church. I started singing in household. I said this a million times, like a couple times on different videos. I started singing in the household because it started in the household. Music started in my house, and went to the streets when I met people in Morton, PA. Like I said, a lot of talented people, a lot of different artists, different people who do art, who draw, who sing, who dance, who play basketball, play football, who are business people, who are people who are judges, people who are lawyers, doctors. I mean, listen, we rivaled a lot of people. We rival a whole lot of different towns in the city, and also in the city of Philadelphia. Morton has a rich history of its own, where a lot of people in Philadelphia battle people in the sports in Philly, in Morton. I mean, the history of Morton is crazy. The same way as the history of Philadelphia is crazy. I'm saying, but yeah, we rival talent-wise in Morton, PA alone. We rival all the boroughs. We rival all of Philadelphia, in my opinion. I'm saying, so it's the whole history that I'm not gonna get into right now. But back to the story. I got my formal training. It started in the household, and then it went to the streets by learning from other folks and meeting other people growing up. As a little boy growing up and meeting other folks, other friends, childhood friends, friends who are now childhood friends to me and who are adults now, and who are my brothers, who are like my brothers and sisters within the neighborhood. So yeah, we have rehearsal, and when I started music, formally started music as far as singing, it started in the church at around 4 or 5 years old, and eventually I started playing piano around 6 or 7 years old. But growing up, I'm saying, it was amazing. So back to the story. I used to see him sing this song all the time, like in church all the time. I'm saying, and learning hip hop as well, learning R&B, soul, learning all forms of other music besides what they call gospel music, spiritual music. I learned all other stuff as well along the way, just to be clear. So fast forward again to this past Monday. We have rehearsal, and I had to learn the song. Miss Robin gave me the lyrics to the song, used me, and I nailed it. I guess did my thing. And wasn't confident enough in myself and my voice. You know what I'm saying? Being an artist is you know, being a vocalist, being an artist is not easy. You know, when you got a lot going on, being an artist and also being a business owner and doing both things, it could be trying sometimes, but you gotta, you know, you know, put some time aside to do the business things, and also put some time aside to do the artist thing, and also put some time aside to do your own thing as far as like you know, taking care of life, taking care of family, the day to day, day by day necessary, the day to day necessities is what I'm trying to say. That's the word. The day by day necessities to do things, and it takes brain power, energy, lots of energy, prayer, meditation, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I do every day. You know. So yeah, we have rehearsal on Monday, and then going back to on Wednesday. I was nervous. I mean, and I don't get nervous all the time, but you know, when you want to do right, when you want to sound right, you want to sing right, you got people that you haven't seen in such a long time, you get nervous because you know they remember you this way, and they don't see or how you've grown to this way, or some have seen it, or some didn't care. So I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a professional musician. I am a professional musician, artist. You know, I'm a business owner, all that kind of stuff. But I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? You know, professionals get nervous, and that's a good thing. So what I did was I used my nervousness for the good things, not for the bad things. I used my nervousness to channel that energy into good things, and you know, so I'll be right back. I'm trying to make sure that I have enough time. I'll be right back.